Good morning, Pittsburgh. I'm your host, Royce Jones.
And I'm Taylor Fife. Be our Valentine and join us for a lovey-dovey episode of Daybreak.
That's right. Our top stories this morning start with yet another local Macy's leaving Pittsburgh.
And Point Park students should always be looking ahead. Find out when you can register for fall and summer classes.
That's right. Wake up, Pittsburgh, because here comes Daybreak.
Start your morning with us,
only on Daybreak.
So, Royce, Punxsutawney Phil was not joking around when he said 6 more weeks of winter.
He sure wasn't. I think that him and Mother Nature teamed up to come up with this winter mess that they constructed over these past couple days. Classes canceled? What?
Yep, evening classes too.
Oh
it's
my
really bad out
goodness.
there.
I know. Never in my Point Park career have I had classes canceled for weather. That's crazy. But we are a commuter school, so it makes sense.
Yeah, well, I hope the weather's going to get somewhat better.
Yes, I'm hoping so too. And I think that maybe Brianna McCall over at the weather station may have the answer for us. Brianna?
Thanks, guys. Now, February is the month where the weather is all kind of mixing. You never really know what the weather is going to be like. So as you can see over here, we start off with a little bit of cloudy, but as you go throughout the weekend, you do have some rain. So you might want to bring out those umbrellas. Now we're starting out with a high of 45, and then later in the night, we drop to 35 degrees. Same with Sunday, we're kind of go down a little bit, 40 degrees, and then we reach down to 24 degrees. And on Monday, we have a little bit of sunshine, so you can, go outside, enjoy the nice cold weather, get some sunshine while it comes back down over here. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we got some more rain. Wednesday on Valentine's Day, whatever you have planned, you might want to save that for the weekend. And as well on Thursday, we also have some more rainy days. So you might want to bring out those rain jackets because this rain doesn't look like it's going away. Now let's give it back to you guys at the couch.
Oh, Brianna, sunshine. It warms my bones already that one day, but then more rain after that. And our Valentine's days will be getting rained on. Man. So if you planned on dressing up for your man, or you might as well skip the makeup.
Yeah, well, it's not going to rain on my parade. I know that.
All right, everybody. Well, here's your city and campus news. Macy's is closing yet another location here in the Pittsburgh area. The Macy's in Homestead will close its doors for good sometime early April of this year. The company said in a press release that the store has been reviewing its real estate portfolio across the country and that it wants to improve the use of its assets. The store's employees were the first to find out, and those on good standing will be relocated into available positions in a nearby store. Clearance sales will start on February 11th and run for about 8 to 12 weeks.
Pittsburgh Crime Stoppers needs your help in a shooting investigation out of the city's Duquesne neighborhood. The incident occurred late last month when 3 people were gunned down in their car on the 1000th block of Lincoln Avenue. In the car, 2 males and 1 female. The female driver was struck 5 times and is paralyzed from the waist down. The male in the passenger seat was hit once, and the male in the back seat was not hit. The suspect said to have driven a silver sedan. The victims drove a maroon-colored Ford Escape and were leaving the Duquesne VFW at the time of the attack. If you have any information about this shooting, you're asked to contact Pittsburgh Crime Stoppers at 412-255-TIPS. Again, that's 412-255-TIPS.
A local street retailer is suing operations chief Guy Costa, claiming he's falsely ticketed him for the past 2 years. Owner of Pittsburgh Stop Inc., Charles Bonasorte, sells pit merchandise in the same spot for nearly 3 decades. He operates along Bigelow Boulevard in Forbes and Oakland, paying for parking during the day and then leaving his 2 trucks in the same spot at night when parking is free. Because of this, though, he's been issued over 37 citations. So far, Bonasorte has gone to court for 20 of these citations and won every time. According to court documents, Bonasorte and his lawyers state that he's in compliance with a city ordinance that lays out parking regulations, and that these regulations limit large vehicles only to residential streets. Well, his trucks don't operate on a residential street. Bonasorte is claiming that Costa is targeting him for personal reasons and that the city official is, quote, abusing his power.
Looking for a cure for your winter blues? Well, the Campus Activities Board is bringing the beach to the Berg. According to the Campus Activities Board's weekly Social Scoop email, on Saturday, February 10th, the organization will be hosting a winter beach party in the Student Center gym from 8 to 10 p.m. CAB says there will be free food, games, and giveaways. And if that isn't enough to get your mind off of the winter weather, there will also be a mechanical shark that you can ride.
Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, and if you're scrambling to find a gift for that special someone in your life, the Public Relations Student Society of America and Advertising Federation here on campus has you covered. The organizations will host a Valentine's Day Goodie Shop fundraiser on Tuesday, February 13th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. outside of the Point Cafe. Cards designed by the School of Communications students will be sold there for $3, as well as homemade baked goods. Now, if you're not feeling the Valentine's Day spirit this year, and that's okay because they've got you covered. They'll also be selling anti-Valentine's Day cards as well.
It's that time of year again. Summer and Fall 2018 class registration begins on Monday, February 12th at 8:30 a.m. According to the university registrar, rising seniors will register on the 12th, rising juniors will register on the 19th, rising sophomores will register on March 5th, and freshmen will be able to register on March 12th. If you need any help registering for classes or have any questions, you are encouraged to contact the Center for Student Success and meet with your faculty advisors. Now, Royce, you reported on the Bonasorte Costa story. Do you have any new updates or details for us regarding that story?
Taylor, I do. I spent yesterday reviewing the court documents. I dug into the lawsuit and I took a look at that, and it is right. He is citing personal reasons for these tickets. Wow. Now, I spoke with him yesterday. I spoke with Bonasorte yesterday. He tells me that this has been going on for the past 2 years. He really does feel targeted, and he can't understand why. Now, he says personal reasons. The lawsuit says personal reasons, but he wouldn't tell me what those reasons were. Well, I followed up with Costa earlier just today. Now, he tells me he doesn't understand what he's talking about, why there would be personal reasons for him to target him and ticket him. He says he thought they were friends. They go to the same gym and everything. So he's really not understanding where this is coming from. Now, I want to break down the ordinance for you. The ordinance actually does state, I looked into this as well, that only that parking for large motor vehicles is only for overnight is only for all streets. It's not for just the residential streets. This is for all Pittsburgh streets as well, all city streets. You cannot park an oversized vehicle there. Right. Now, he and all of the other council members that he's familiar with say that they thought it was for residential. Well, I asked Costa about that. He says shame on those council members for voting on something that they didn't know about. Right. So the real question here, Taylor, is how does he go to court? Now, like I said in my report, he fought 20 of these already, 20 of these tickets. How has he won them if he's not actually meeting the parameters of these regulations? How is he winning these cases?
Yes, the story definitely needs a deeper look, and we're going to have to follow up with this to get more details.
Absolutely, and I'll definitely be sure to provide more details to you guys out there and everyone here at Daybreak as they become available. One more thing, though, before I sign off, I did want to mention that when I spoke to Costa, he also told me that the only personal reasons he could think of is that his son used to work for Bonasorte, and he also used to work with Bonasorte's brother back in the day. So there is a personal connection there.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, after the break, we order some donuts, and we order some donuts in the Chat Cafe on down the road with Delaney. I've never ate there before.
No need to make a turn. Just cruise on down with us here on Daybreak.
T. Why should you watch and focus?
Because, why not?
Turn. Why should you watch and focus? Because I produce it.
Welcome to In Focus.
Hello. This is so we don't run out of time.
Put up a goal just because it.
In a little bit closer, please. Let me bring this in. I wanted to do a game. So game time. All right. Game over. Oh wow. Did we get that?
There he is. Why are you watching focus? Because In Focus is great.
Chris! Game time! Game time!
It's not game time. It's a promo.
Start your morning with us. I'm your host, Jess Paterchek.
And I'm your host, Alex Grubbs.
Good morning and welcome to another episode
That is what
of
happened at the
Daybreak. I'm
cathedral
your host,
on Monday.
WPXI. The state wants to
This was
take
Monday.
$357 million out of a trust fund that is
that
typically
wintry
devoted
mixed stuff could get me. I'm gonna care for you, you.
What up? The diva himself. Only on Daybreak.
55% of all U.S. multiracial adults have been subjected to racial slurs or jokes.
Where were you born? Being smart, pale, to Filipino, to go back to Mexico.
There goes that black boy over there. You like fried chicken because you're light skinned. You are a cop. You think that you're better than us. The N-word.
They're good at jumping or climbing. Border hopper. Made taco. English your second language. Where's your green card?
Cut the jokes. Stop the stereotypes.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Kiera Fry for Down the Lane with Delaney this week, and this week we're going to be talking all about the Olympics for the winter 2018. So welcome aboard.
Thanks.
So first things first, Winter Olympics. What's your favorite competition to watch?
I would have to say that it would be figure skating just because I honestly think it's the most entertaining. I have trouble getting into a lot of the Winter Olympic sports just because they're so different.
No, I totally get that. I like the Winter Olympics. Like, I don't know. I was taking a look at all the different games that they have between winter and summer, and I didn't realize how many Summer Olympic games they had.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all so different. But, like, I know all the Winter Olympics ones. So, like, I was, like, going through and I was like, ooh, curling, I like that. Ooh, skeleton, I like that. You know skeleton? It's freaky.
No, I've never seen it.
You need to watch it because it's kind of scary. Like, those people are, like, the bravest people, I think, alive. Because that's some scary stuff. And then hockey, of course, ice hockey. Love ice hockey because it's one of my favorite sports here. But did you know that the NHL is not participating in the Olympics this year?
Yes, I did hear about that. I was actually very shocked by that because there's so many NHL players that are always at the Olympics.
Do you think it's like a good idea on their part to not participate this year?
I understand where they're coming from, but I think it also takes away from the Olympics just because it's the idea of everyone coming together and all of like the best athletes from the different countries. So if we're not sending NHL players, then are we really sending our best?
I totally agree with that. I love seeing all the pride that everybody in the NHL has, like whether they're for Russia, Canada, United States. I love it. Like they're like beaming. They're so happy to be representing their country. But at the same time, the NHL has to take in consideration that they're a business. So they have to take that 17-game break. They have injuries. They have fans not wanting the break because it's a long break without anything but the NBA. And I think the NBA is going on all-star break soon, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be a long period of time without any like professional sports here in America. So how do you feel on that? Do you think they should continue to do that, or do you think they should dive back into the Olympics?
I don't know. I understand not wanting that break because it is rough only having the NBA. Like some people just aren't basketball fans and some people are just now starting to really get into hockey season with football ending. So it's a rough time to take a break.
No, I completely agree. And maybe if they moved their break, because they did have an all-star break last weekend, the weekend before, I don't remember. Maybe if they moved their break to right around when the Olympics are starting, middle of the Olympics, so that people still had a little bit of the NHL in there.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea to kind of get like the best of both worlds, kind of like a compromise.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think another big reason was pay, because the International Olympic Committee up until now, because the NHL has been competing for 5 consecutive years, I want to say, since the 1998 Olympics. I cannot remember exactly. But they've been competing they've been sending over players for a really long time. And up until this year, the International Olympic Committee had been paying for the players' travel, insurance, guests, the whole 9 yards to go over to whatever country it was. And then this year, they decided they weren't going to pay. So do you think that it was just too much money for the team specifically to pay for each player to go over?
I mean, that could definitely be a possibility because that's like a big change, especially when they're going so far away. It's definitely a difference in price than just having them stay here and not having a break.
I can't even imagine how much the insurance would cost for that. Like, to send them to a different country to play a sport, and that would just be astronomical. That would be so much money.
Oh, yeah.
And then injuries, like, I think that's another big thing is injuries, because Hendrik Zetterberg in the 2014 Olympics had a season-ending injury. Well, he came back for 2 games, but pretty much season-ending injury. took their best player from the Detroit Red Wings off the ice. So do you think that plays a big part in there as well? What do you think about that?
I think that's definitely a possibility because if I was an NHL coach, I would definitely be nervous about sending some of my best players to compete in the Olympics and then them possibly not coming back and be able to compete.
I can't even imagine that if the Penguins sent Sidney Crosby over and
Oh my
had another
gosh.
concussion or something, Pittsburgh fans would be so mad. They would be on his side, be like, oh my gosh, you need to get better. But like at the same time, I think that would just be like a losing deal. Like that would not be good for the owners in general.
That's
So,
definitely true.
I think this is just all like a business deal. I mean, I'm hurt about it because I love seeing Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin. I love seeing them all in their home teams and their home countries, but I think this is a business deal. I mean, that's how we have to look at it. As fans, we have to see both sides of it. So I hope maybe in the next Olympics, maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe the Olympic Committee will help out a little bit. What do you think? You hope so?
Hopefully. I like seeing them.
Yeah, I hope they should go back, but that's just my personal opinion. Well, thanks for coming on with me, and that's all we have for this week's Down the Lane with Delaney. Back to you guys over on the couch.
Thank you, Delaney. After the break, we have everything you missed during the Super Bowl.
And another government shutdown coming soon.
Aren't you glad you're watching Daybreak?
If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too.
Spending just 7 minutes climbing stairs each day cuts your risk of a heart attack in half over 10 years. Sure, elevators are convenient, but you burn twice the number of calories just going upstairs than you do while jogging. Think about how long you spend waiting for elevators. The average person spends the equivalent of 2 years waiting for elevators over the course of their lifetime. Don't let that be you. Save time and increase energy. Next time, take the stairs.
I tell these guys all the time to stick to talking sports and not playing sports.
Here we go. Ready? Didn't make it.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Kiara Fry, and this is your sports news. Super Bowl 52 is an underdog story for sure. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the New England Patriots 41-33 at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis for their first ever Super Bowl victory. The Eagles lost their starting quarterback Carson Wentz in December and weren't favored in any of their postseason games. Backup quarterback Nick Foles made it happen anyway and was named Super Bowl MVP for his great performance. Foles completed 28 of 43 passes for 373 yards and 3 touchdowns. Foles also became the first player in NFL history to throw for and catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl. The Eagles' victory kept the Patriots from their 6th Super Bowl title, which means Pittsburgh is still number 1. And as if losing the Super Bowl isn't bad enough, Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski returned home to find out he was robbed. While Gronkowski was playing in the Super Bowl, burglars were stealing his belongings. The Foxborough police have not released what items have been stolen out of respect for Gronkowski's privacy. Off the football field and halfway around the world, athletes are getting ready for the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. The opening ceremony will be held on Friday, so be sure to watch and root for Team USA. That's all for sports. Let's head over to the Daybreak News Desk with Nick Tomarello. Nick, what do we need to know in national news?
Thanks, Kira. President Trump spoke at an Ohio manufacturing company on Monday, talking about the economy and the tax cut legislation that he signed into law. The president did not comment on the plunge the stock market has taken in the last few trading days. According to CNN, the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped more than 1,000 points as the president was speaking, becoming the biggest drop that the stock market has seen in the past few years, and the largest single-day point drop in stock market history. Even though the market took a huge hit, the Dow closed higher Monday than when Trump took office. In other news, President Trump praised Devin Nunes, the California Republican chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, on Twitter Monday, after the committee released a memo that alleges that both the FBI and the Department of Justice abused the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, accusing, quote, the FBI of improperly using information paid for in part by Hillary Clinton's campaign to obtain a FISA warrant for Trump campaign foreign policy advisor Carter Page. And finally, Congress is expected to vote on a government funding plan on Thursday, preventing another shutdown. According to a report by CNN, the House plans to vote on a short-term spending bill that would keep the government open through March 22nd. This bill is expected to be changed in the Senate and then sent back to the House later Thursday evening to prevent another shutdown. A $300 billion two-year defense budget is included in the legislation, but big immigration issues like DACA have not been addressed. According to a report by the New York Times, House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi spoke of the promise that the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell gave to the Democrats, saying that there will be an immigration reform bill voted on soon. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan did not agree to be included in this promise when a spokeswoman for the Speaker said that the House will pass an immigration reform bill and DACA bill that the president can support. Once legislation is passed to keep the government open through March 22nd, Congress will have 6 weeks to pass a long-term funding package. Well, that's all for national news. I'll give it back to the couch with Royce and Taylor.
Thank you, Nick. Stay tuned after the break. We will still have our tech and entertainment news to keep you in touch with everything.
And our producer has come up with a game that is sure to embarrass.
Be mine and hang out with us here on Daybreak.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
What's one word to describe CAB?
Welcoming.
Community.
Creative.
Experiences.
Family. Openness.
Pineapple.
The Campus Activities Board is a student-run organization that consists of 7 different committees. Each focuses on event planning, marketing, and administrative activities. Join us in organizing the juiciest events on campus, from late-night bingo to festive dances to our team bonding meetings. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Point Park Cap, or like us on Facebook at Campus Activities Board at Point Park University.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Krupp alongside Jess Paterchak.
Defending his decision to kick out 15 Cuban diplomats from the United States.
Thanks, Allison. Fitness on Demand has returned to Point Park.
Residents fear that Mount Agung will have a repeat of 1963's eruption.
2-star NFL quarterbacks made the headlines this week after wrapping up.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's your news tonight. For Nick Tomarello, I'm Alex Grubbs. Have a great night.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Cole D'Alessandro, here with your timely tech news. Consumer Reports recently released their findings after testing the security and privacy settings of LG, Sony, Vizio, and Samsung smart TVs, as well as different Roku models, and things don't look too good. The reports show that hackers with little skill could gain access to your TV by taking advantage of security flaws that aren't too hard to find. While potential hackers will not be able to spy on you through your TV, Consumer Reports states that they could, quote, change channels, play offensive content, or crank up the volume. Don't go throwing away your TV just yet, though. Consumer Reports states that there are ways to fix this potential problem, depending on your device. Resetting the TV to factory settings and turning off your set's Wi-Fi connection are just two of the ways that you can lessen the chance that your TV or Roku get hacked. In cryptocurrency news, Bitcoin has dropped in value. According to a report by the BBC, the cost of just one Bitcoin has dropped to just under $6,000, its lowest price since November 2017. The BBC states that, at its height, one Bitcoin cost $19,000, and this seems to be a trend across all the major cryptocurrencies. The BBC also makes note on how three other fairly large cryptocurrencies, like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin, have also slipped in prices over the past 3 months. That's everything for tech news. Let's see who's in the entertainment spotlight now with our residential sweetheart, Wyatt Cree. Wyatt?
Thanks, Cole. Let's start with the name on everybody's lips, Stormy Webster. In case you've been living under a rock for the past week, that is the name of Kylie Jenner's newborn daughter. The reality star turned makeup mogul finally announced her pregnancy on Super Bowl Sunday in an open letter to her social media followers. Kylie wrote, quote, "I'm sorry for keeping you all in the dark through all the assumptions. I understand you're used to me bringing you along on all of my journeys. My pregnancy was one I chose not to do in front of the world." Jenner also shared a home video that showed the progression of her pregnancy, which included clips of boyfriend rapper Travis Scott and a first glimpse at sister Kim Kardashian's newborn daughter, Chicago. Kylie kept on breaking the internet by posting what is now the most liked Instagram photo of all time. The photo revealed Stormy's name and has garnered over 14.6 million likes in the last 48 hours. Congrats, Kylie. And the other big star that people can't stop talking about this week is Justin Timberlake, for both the good and the bad. The former NSYNC frontman just released his new studio album, Man of the Woods, and then headlined the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. You'd think the star is on top of the world, but some of his chart success is saying otherwise. JT's new album is set to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200 album chart, but with the lowest debut week numbers of his career. In addition, Justin is receiving some backlash for his halftime show performance. Many fans found it disrespectful to do a Prince tribute when JT and Prince have notably not gotten along throughout their careers. Other fans took to Twitter to express their upsets over the lack of special guests. Even fan Demi Lovato tweeted, "But no NSYNC crying emoji?" Nevertheless, I'm sure Justin Timberlake will be back in good graces with the public in no time. That's it for entertainment. Now, I see a couple extra faces over with Royce and Taylor. How about you guys fill us in?
That's right, Wyatt. Thank you for that. And we're actually here with our former co-host, Jess Paterchek, and Megan Masiosi alongside of us today for a brand new game that we're going to be playing today for Valentine's Day. It's called Password. Now, I'm going to assume that our producers wanted us to play this because Valentine's Day, password, give your man the give your lady the password to your phone type situation. Maybe that's where this is coming from.
That's a good one.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So let's kind of explain the game here. So what is going to happen is we all have cards with a different word on them. Now, we're going to be team 1, they're going to be team 2. So we don't know what word is on the cards, and we have to guess what the card is. It's kind of like a charades sort of situation. And we can only tell you one word.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's get this started.
All right, and we're also taking bets, right?
Oh, we're taking
win.
bets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we came come on now. We came prepared to win. You ready for this? All right,
Okay.
so
you want to go first?
Hershey.
Chocolate?
Yep. Ding, 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 ding.
What? Okay.
Can you see that?
Okay, no, it's okay. We can do it.
He said we were here to win.
I'm
and
about to look so bad right now.
It's okay. It's okay. We got this. Ready?
Good Lord.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe in you. Okay. Dating.
Dating. Romance?
No.
Dating. Love. Oh, but
No.
I can't make multiple guesses. They're up.
Wait, yeah, they only
Okay.
get one.
You guys are up, right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now I have to guess yours.
Baby.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I think I know. No, I don't know. Okay, baby, daddy.
Oh, okay.
That's what I know.
Okay.
That's hilarious. Baby daddy.
I mean, I was thinking something. Yeah, you're good.
No.
You're good. Okay. Female.
And what was the one you gave before?
Dating.
Female. Female. Dating. I have no clue. Vic.
Can we guess that? Can we guess? Can we ask questions? Can we guess theirs too? Because I know what hers is. I can already tell.
No.
Okay.
Whatever. I just want some extra
I'm just gonna take the L.
It's okay. It's okay.
Arrow.
Cupid.
Yep.
I want a different word.
You guys weren't even paying attention. We won. Cupid. So
this
that's
Shot.
This is why I did not want on this game.
game over. Oh wait.
Well, now we see.
Oh
them.
wait, do we have more?
I didn't see
crap.
them, but
It's okay. Do
I
you
want
wanna
to
flip it around?
switch. So let's have Casey, our floor director, come on. She's gonna get me a new word.
But I saw it.
I didn't. That's the point.
Oh.
It's for me.
It's to me.
That's what happens when you're the producer.
Okay. Oh man, this one's harder.
Is it really?
Birds.
Doves.
Oh, okay.
I get it. Okay,
I'll
that
give
was
it to
easier.
you. All right.
Okay.
2-1.
Okay, now what? I'll try and guess.
Oh
yours.
wait, yeah, since you two. Oh my goodness.
They just know each
Our,
other.
our elite
I know.
hosts over
I guess
here.
we can just sit back and watch this
chemistry,
unfold.
Okay.
Valentine's Day.
Right.
So, can I use a phrase? Can I use a phrase? Can I use a
I
no
think it's
phrase.
one word.
One word. All right, love.
Valentine's Day.
So we have to keep going back and forth now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm struggling. All right. Can I say 2 words? No.
One word. Okay, we got this.
Oh God, I'm having a hard time. Let's see here. Ryan Gosling.
The Notebook. Oh wait,
No.
My bad. Okay, so love, Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
The movies?
Let's see. All right. Titanic.
Like I'm thinking like Leonardo DiCaprio. Wait, Forbidden Love? No.
What is
Oh,
that?
okay. It's a step down from that.
From Forbidden Love?
Yeah.
They're
Like what's before love?
dating?
Okay, and with that is
You like somebody?
and I'm sorry. Okay. Here's this damn card.
I still can't
They
see
gave
it.
up on
darn
you.
it.
They gave up on her.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting my face is so red. I don't even have blush on, guys.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm just gonna ask a question. We're already wasting time. All right. What do you receive? What's a gift you get on Valentine's Day?
Like a normal girl or like me?
Like a basic girl.
Okay. Like, well, they said flowers.
Okay. Ding ding ding.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yay, she finally got it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I'm happy that you guys earned your points, but
I know,
don't
forget
forget who the real winners are. We did win this.
Ooh.
You know.
You're humiliating me on what used to be my show. Oh my goodness.
That is true. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
That's all right. You guys took it.
Well, that's it for Daybreak. Tune in next week for the news you need. I'm your host, Taylor Fife.
And I'm Royce Jones, hoping your news is good news.